Right, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to go over how I did 5.5k with one of my brands, and I'm going to show you guys how you can do this for yourself. And in this video, we're mainly going to be looking into how we do research, product research, creative research, and most importantly, market research. Now, as you can see, I do have a 2k profit on this 5.5k. Luckily, right? Because usually we don't run on these margins. You can also see the net margins are way higher than before. And the reason why this happened, there was a slight back-end issue, so I couldn't really scale as hard as I would have loved to. And that actually made the ROAS go higher because, you know, less money being thrown at it, ROAS is going to be higher. So let's jump straight into it. So what we're going to be looking into is I'm going to be talking specifically to a certain niche, which we're going to be finding in a second. But what we're going to be doing is a thing called research. Now, this is by far, if it comes down to it, I don't hear any other guru or any other YouTuber talk about it, but this is probably the most important thing that you need to do with your products. Now, there was this famous quote: if I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend 4 hours on sharpening the axe. And this is exactly the same, right? You need to be able to figure out what your customers want, what your product is, what is it good for, why is there demand, and then you want to go ahead and do, run your ads, etc. So when you go onto Facebook ads library, you search up health, or you search up a niche like fitness, you're gonna find all these ads, but it's nothing, right? So what we're going to do, we're gonna go to ChatGPT and we're going to ask ChatGPT like, hey, what are the most or the best niches to run on for Facebook ads, right? Something along those lines. And what we're going to get from ChatGPT is certain niches, right? And it's going to just basically give us beauty, this, etc. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take it further. So what we're going to do to make something very, easy, let's take here stress/anxiety relief, right? Give me an insecurity/problem that is connected to this. Now, the reason why we're doing this is when we're doing research, we don't just want to sell products. It's not like you just throw a product. No, we don't do that. That's the wrong way to go about it. What we need to do is we're not selling a product. I don't know how many times we need to say this. We're not selling a product. We're going to be selling an insecurity, right? We're going to be selling a feeling, right? We're going to be selling an emotion to people. So if someone is insecure about their height, we're going to tell them how they can get taller. If someone is insecure about their hair, we're going to tell them how they can grow their hair back. If someone has a problem, right, we're going to solve a problem for them. If someone cannot get to work on time or wake up on time, we're going to help them wake up earlier, right? We're going to solve something. So we're not selling a product. That's the wrong way to go about it. Everyone talks about that. Fuck that. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be solving something for someone. And the reason why this works is there is so much emotion attached to a solution, right? If you're fat all of your life, you're open to spend thousands on operations to get rid of your fat, right? Or even women, bro. How many of these women do you see like walking around like fucking ants? Like, this is their body. I'm telling you, this is their body. You see them walking around like this. The BBL, by the way, the ones that didn't know, they pay a fucking thousands for BBL. Why? Because they're insecure, right? They want to feel accepted, right? Same thing with lip fillers. Same thing with all cosmetic stuff. They pay like big money just to look better because, once again, they're insecure. This is the reason why people buy. This is the reason why people are open to spend thousands and thousands upon everything. So when it comes down to this, for example, insecurity is controlling emotions, for example, or fear of losing control, or anything along those lines. Stress toys, meditation aid, weighted blankets. This is, for example, a good one, right? Something along those lines. But let's just take this, anxiety relief, right? This is something that people would do. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go search up anxiety relief here. And then what we're going to get is all of these ads of other people running it. And here's the funny part. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to go straight away and just scroll here. We're going to filter, first of all. And then we're going to go to impressions by date and two. And then what we're going to do is you can or select the previous week or you can select the week before. Now, the reason why we do this is if something is running since the 29th of August, which is basically last month, probably it's making money for them, right? You're not gonna let something run for 2 weeks if it doesn't make money for you. So that's number one. Now, what we get here, for example, is Arty pedals. If I hover over it, they're not running too crazy. Glow Co. This one, these guys are running quite crazy and calm carry, right? You carry it, it vibrates in your hand. I believe this is the product, right? And then what we can do, for example, on this one is we can literally just click on view ads. We can figure out what kind of ads they're running. Now, here's the part. Here's the most important part. When we go over to their product, we see anxiety and bedtime struggles, etc. Calm carry helps kids relax and sleep better. And this is exactly what I talk about the most. When you find an insecurity or when you find a problem, what you need to do is you need to differentiate, right? You need to come from a different angle. So what these guys are doing, instead of selling to anyone and everyone that has anxiety, right? They're selling to someone or some people, which are basically kids, a different market. They're selling to a different audience. And when you do that, you're going to separate yourself from the rest. Now, if we continue, let's see if this is their biggest thing, right? Anxiety and bedtime struggles. Okay, again, parents scramble. Okay, parents. As you can see, they're selling to kids. Now, what we're going to do, we know this product already, right? This is a anxiety carrying thing, whatever it's called. So we're going to do on Amazon. We're going to search up anxiety carry device, whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. So what we find is, it's this one, sleep device, compact, whatever this. We just open it up. We're going to go look through here with the ones with the most reviews. And once we go over there, I'm already straight at the reviews. We want to see what these reviews are saying. Now, the reason why we want to do this is we want to figure out our audience. What do they want? What do they need? Why are they struggling, right? What are they struggling with? Because if we're just going to go and sell something, we're just going to randomly sell something. And this also, by the way, for watching this far, you motherfuckers are G's, because we're literally going to find the product. I'm going to make the ads with you guys, and I'm going to show you guys how everything is done. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go over here. This bizarre little device makes it so my wife can sleep and get back to sleep relatively quickly. She has this and this and this, panic attacks, right? Perfect. So this is saying panic attacks. That is probably one of their pain points, right? So this is something I share with my boys inside of the blueprint, which is basically my coaching. If you guys are interested in that, there's going to be a link in the description below. You can apply there. But where we basically get your branded dropshipping started, right? What we're doing here, this is basically a market research sheet made specifically for your own product, and you need to fill this out. So I'm going to be also sharing this. So if you want this one also, go to my Instagram, which is basically Burak Harmanda, my name full on, right? So I'll just show you guys quickly how that looks like. It's basically this guy. Let me just put that over here. Basically, go to my Instagram, DM me. And after you guys DM me, I will send you guys this full document, right? And what we are going to do here, we have pain points, we have desires, we have benefits, we have objections, we have filled alternatives, and we have stuff for messaging, and we have ad text, we have reviews, and we have even more down there. But this is where we're going to be writing down certain things that our audience is talking about. And this is the reason why I talk so much about where we're talking about insecurities or problems, right? And then we're talking about emotion. And the reason why we talk about emotion is, as you see here, panic attack is an emotional thing, right? You're not like, if you also go over here and you're like, and again, panic attack, and then afraid to sleep, right? Afraid to sleep. Maybe, let's say what we're going to do, instead of like these guys, what we're going to do, they're selling to kids. What we are going to do, this product was usually being sold as panic attack device. What we're going to do is someone that is having problems with sleep. So we're going to reframe it. This is exactly what I also talked about right here. Different angle, right? We're going to go from anxiety, and they're selling to kids. What we're going to do, fuck them kids, bro. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. We're going to sell to adults, or we're going to sell to women, right? In specific, whichever one you would choose, right? We're going to figure out which one is better, adults, women, or men, or both, right? Both is also fine. So let's say we're just going to sell straight away to adult women, right? That's our target audience right now. That's our market that we're going to sell to. So what we're going to do is here, selling to not people, because this is also what you need to change it to. Let's say we're going to name it anxiety women device, right? Selling to women that are struggling with anxiety before sleep, right? This is the audience. Or women that can't fall asleep easily at night, or women, widows, right? Oh, these are more angles, but like widows, divorced women, etc., right? When we're on the pain points, we want to read through this, and then we see here, for example, afraid to sleep, right? She's afraid to fall asleep. You and I would be like, How the fuck can you be afraid to sleep? Hey, people have genuine problems like this in life, and you are only here to sell a solution to them, which is basically going to be this thing. This hand zapper calms her down, right? So calms her down. This is a desire. She wants to be calm, right? And then here slows her heart rate. Now this is going to be a benefit of the product, right? Because the product slows the heart rate. It actually gets her heart rate to a lower level than normal resting rate. When she first got it used, allowed to see it using this bio, it helps me sleep as well. And we got a second one so we can both use one and whatever. So it helps him sleep as well, the man, right? Anyways, the instructions are not the best, blah, 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 blah. You need to be able to figure it out. And then it is talking about some how you use it, power level, blah, blah, blah. Moisturizing your heads can help, increasing this and that. Okay, whatever. Then also here we have a huge one, which is basically a one star. Now when we're going to go over this, we're going to read what they're struggling with. We're not trying to read this. The pamphlet refers to CES traffic. This is for later stages, right? You're not there yet. The first thing that you want to do is you want to figure out like what these motherfuckers are struggling with, right here. Hold it in your left hand near your earlobe, go to sleep, and hold it in your right hand if you're depressed and you want to feel happier, right? If people are depressed, that's something to use. Or here, an amazing product, absolutely amazing product to have before or during an anxiety attack. Write that down, right? A pain point before, or a benefit would be rather. But again, you get the point. You write down all these things, and the reason why is something you guys are going to see in a second. So my sleep has improved immensely. So this is a benefit. Now we have I fall asleep so easily now. This is not a benefit. No more tossing and turning. Tossing and turning happened before. I guess that's a pain point. They don't want to toss and turn. I go all like blah blah blah. It turns on. Turns itself off, and I wish it would stay longer. However, it's too easy to turn back on. If you have crippling anxiety, blah, blah, blah. But you get the idea. There's so many things. I have ADHD and anxiety and insomnia. Holy shit, this motherfucker is everything. But you get the idea. I have ADHD and anxiety, insomnia, and go for weeks without real sleep, right? And this helps them sleep. So when we have these points, we can basically angle off of certain things. Now, we see, for example, one was afraid to sleep. Other is more with anxiety attacks happening, right? So like something like an attack happening. And we also have this pain point, so, or a panic attack, my bad. So people are having all these attacks happening. So before, during an anxiety attack again, right? Sleeping has improved. So we understand what these people are looking for. And here is where the big point is going to come in. What we're going to do now, if I can go back here, we're going to figure out what these guys are using on their ads, right? So if I'm going to only select image ads, and the reason for that is so we can figure out the headlines. They don't have any fucking image ads. That's crazy because I just thought I saw one actually. Here, okay, that's weird. But you see here, this we can't run, right? Or back to school sale, whatever, right? We see here, however, this. Melatonin prices spike as sales stop. Parents are selling out this 100% natural blend instead, right? Or here, parents scramble amidst melatonin ban. Now these are attacking people that have already tried melatonin probably, right? So this is not something I would use. I would scroll further and I would try to find out here, something along these lines. Yeah, this, I understand it. What they're targeting is people or kids that have used, or parents that have used melatonin for their kids to fall asleep. But as we know, there's lots of people that are also like older adults basically struggling with sleep. We can reframe this to our audience. So what we're gonna do, immediately replaced melatonin with this. It works way better, right? Okay, then what we're gonna go over here is exactly that. So we're gonna write it down. Immediately replaced melatonin with this, and it works way better. So we know they're targeting melatonin because they're targeting people now in the awareness stage where they're aware of another solution, right? They're aware basically of their problem, and they're product aware, or maybe like solution aware, not product aware. And the reason we can understand this is they're talking about melatonin. Talk to me 2 years ago, I didn't know shit about melatonin. Until I got into ecom, I didn't know about melatonin. I didn't know like lots of things about other products. I didn't know anything about the supplements that I'm selling right now. I didn't know anything. Just so you know, I'm telling you. So this, by the way, just how I got here, is literally done without knowing anything about any supplements, anything at all. And this is how usually everyone starts. Also, the boys do the coaching, running up like 100K months. The way they do, like they don't know. Like I've had guys, they don't even know how to drop. They didn't even have a store, nothing, right? But hey, again, I don't know what melatonin is. So for me to see like, okay, I know lots about melatonin. Like I can very easily come up with like lots of hooks myself about melatonin. But as for the sake of the video, what we're going to do is we're going to try and figure out what we can sell to other people. So what we're going to go and do now, I don't see too many things that they're having, right? And bedtime struggles. They're also talking in their messaging with bedtime struggles. What we're going to go and do is ChatGPT. We're going to tell ChatGPT, let me just take this image. Yeah, let me just make a screenshot. This is the product I want to sell. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the market research sheet. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go to the file and we're going to download this. Now this is an important part, right? The reason why we download this is so that what is this called? ChatGPT can actually understand our customers and our pain points and everything easier, right? So I just dropped it in here. This is the product or market, and then I'm just going to type out this prompt to it. Market research I have done. I will be mainly selling to women that are struggling with sleep, falling and staying asleep, struggling with anxiety and what would it be? Anxiety and insomnia / ADHD, whatever we sell, right? And then I also have attached the product I will be selling in the second picture. So what we're going to do is this. We're just going to take this product. I'm just going to yank it in here, right? Take this in. I want you to now take the role of an expert marketeer. Now, the reason why I say that, because we're going to go straight into the ads. I don't want to waste no motherfucking time. We're going to go straight into it. So I'm sending this stuff, and then he's going to go through it, blah, blah, blah. Target audience, women, often high stressful life, professionals, moms, blah. It's ChatGPT, my mate. He's even giving more. So, core insecurities, etc. Why can't I relax like everyone else? My mind won't shut off. I just toss and turn. I feel drained every morning. Anxiety makes me look weak in front of others. Now, what we're going to add copy angles. Exactly. That's what I wanted to get into. Creative suggestions. What I'm going to do now to make it even better is this, or where is it? Here, down below. Now, this is a bit hard because it's only for women, or it's only for kids on this one at least, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come over here, is give me 5 headlines for image ads that I can use, make them have the pain points in there, and how my product will solve it. Now, the reason why we do this is to have already a couple headlines that, you know, we can have getting over here. So going to make 5. Now, what I also want you to do, I want you to become creative. This is very important. I seriously mean this. I know we have ChatGPT, I know we have cloud, I know we have all these fucking AI softwares, but you are almost going brain dead, right? A lot of you guys. And I don't want this to happen, because you need to submerge yourself into your customers. So when I'm talking about going over the reviews, like I read a couple and already have like 4, 5, 6, 8 to 9 lines. I want you to read through all of these motherfucking reviews, also the bad ones, to figure out what like really makes them tick. Go to Reddit, search up on Reddit why people are buying. So if I just literally just take this sleep device or anxiety, something like this, anxiety device or anxieties and sleep Reddit, something along those lines. What do you mean? What do you mean when you can't sleep? I can't sleep. I can't help my sleep anxiety. Here it is. I really don't know what to do. I'm posting here, blah, blah. I'm extremely tired. I micro sleep many. Extremely tired. This is a pain point, right? Or here, micro sleeping. This is messaging. This is something they use. It's also a pain point. Before bed, I'm half asleep. Texting my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. All of these things. Bro, writing a whole fucking essay almost. And look at these guys applying to them, right? This is what you need to do. Figure out what they are looking for, and then when you have all these pain points, all these desires, all these objections, fears, failed alternatives, benefits, all of these things in here, it's gonna be so easy. It's gonna be so motherfucking easy to come up with headlines, to come up with angles, to come up with hooks, to come up with your body, to come up with a CTA, to come up with something that's gonna be emotionally appealing to your customers. This is what it takes. You want to make money? I'm showing you how to. Motherfuckers inside the coaching already making money. You just need to listen and do whatever you are told. So, not in a bad way, but you get the point. So, another one that I would personally do is something like before or during an anxiety attack. Like, can't control your anxiety attacks or attacks. And then basically that would be like a headline. That would be like the top line. And then I would like do a little subtitle. And then basically how I would write it is like this, and then a sub. And then I would write something along the lines of this little buddy device or something like that. You just name it a little bit nicer, right? And then what we can also do, we can go over to ChatGPT here. We have all of these. Now I'm going to just straight away just yank them in here so I can like see them easier. Tired of tossing, anxiety attack starting. Press once, feel calm under 60 seconds. Holy shit. This is a great headline to add text, whatever you want to call it. Now, feel anxiety coming. Pause, by the way, but holy shit, pause. Feel anxiety attack start or like before starting or like coming or whatever before it arrives, right? And the question mark. Press once, feel calm in 60 seconds. Right, another one, right, and then you can just like make multiple of these, right? Melatonin failed you. This natural device actually works when stress hits. Melatonin can't help your sleep anxiety, right? And then blah 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 blah. That's it. You can make so many ad texts with this. Now, here's the thing. Here's the catchy part. All you have to do is try, and this is literally what we need to do. Say goodbye to racing thoughts at night. This is just more of a general one. I would delete this because everyone uses that shit. Like you would use that with a supplement. You would use that with anything. So finally, a pocket-sized solution for this. Okay, that's also a good one. I would focus more on ones like this. Anxiety attack starting, right? Tired of tossing and turning, calm. Also too general, right? Or what did this one talk about? Tired of micro sleeping, for example. Tired of micro sleeping, question mark. This device or this, I don't know, whatever, this buddy, I don't know, press once, you get the point, whatever, something along those lines. So this device helps calm your anxiety and sleep better, or fall asleep and fall asleep, something along these lines. And then what you can do now, is this. You can just take this. Go now to ChatGPT. Make 10 versions like these two. Now, the reason why I said these two is because I'm going to add this one also. So what we can do now is this. Because we know these are good. ChatGPT is going to cook up 10 more. Mind racing at night. Can't shut your brain. Wake up drained every morning. Sleepless nights. Feeling panic set in. This is a good one. For example, exhausted but can't fall asleep. Struggling with insomnia. This is decent. Overthinking at 2 a.m. Could be, I would say so. Anxiety keeping you up. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down, boys. Write that down. Take all of it. Take all of it. Feeling panic set in. Write it down. Take all of it in. Take all of it in. Anxiety keeping you up. Always restless at night. Blah, blah, blah. Now, we take these. More variants. Pow. Sleepless night. No, wait. Which one was it? Where was it? Oh, yeah. Feel the panic set in. 10 more variants of these. These are good. Focusing on panic attacks and anxiety attacks. Anxiety is good. Keep this going. And then it's going to make 10 more. And then this way, all you need to do is the following. And I'm going to show you guys even how to do it. So this is like it gives more panic rising, anxiety spark. You get the point. There's lots of these which you can use, right? So what you want to do, last step, you guys are in for a treat today. You guys are in for a very good treat. So what we're going to do, we're going to search up anxiety relief pod, this one, right? This thing. And we're going to figure out like some, or what we can do even better. We can go to Amazon. Why am I struggling so hard? So it has text on it, a little bit of a shit picture. So what we can do here, perfect, right? So we're going to go through these pictures. We're going to try and figure out one that actually looks decent because these all look fucking horrid. Maybe go over here on this one. So what I'm trying to do, and what we're going to do, is we're going to take a picture as like a review or whatnot. This is actually fine-ish, but I don't like it too much. This is okay. This is perfect. I'll just yank this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna yank that. We're gonna go over to Canva. We're gonna add this picture in here, right? And then what we're gonna do is like this, and then, you know, we're just gonna cut it up like this, or until the middle basically, so which is going to be somewhere. Where the fuck is the middle? Okay, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna need to get the middle right now. Okay. There. Yeah! What do you guys know about that? Nah, all good. So, this is one thing. Now, this is a bit of a pink, purple-ish background. So, what we're gonna do next, we're going to, depends on the colors you're using on your website. I would use something along the lines, you can ask ChatGPT again, what colors can I use? It's gonna give you something along the lines of like a little bit like blue, gray, or blue, green-ish, right? Now, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna come up here, change it to a nice little color actually. We'll just do some, let me actually just pick one myself because it's so fucking ugly. Like this, maybe like this. Because this gives a little bit of that like relief type shit. Then because of the picture, I'll just make it like pink and then, or purple, a little bit more pinkish. That would actually maybe work. Just purely because of the other picture. Otherwise, I would have done the other color, right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. And then what we're going to do is this. I'm going to show you guys every single thing I would do if I were to take one. Now, I wrote a couple good ones down. Here, this one was decent. This one was the best, actually, I guess. If we take that. Way too long. Make it smaller. Bring it down. Make it fit in here. Shit ass fucking text. So pick like a nice good looking font. I wouldn't go with any of these right now. Let me actually find a decent looking font. Come on, just give me, okay, this is fine. And then you can do this. And then what I would do is just like this. This would be then like be like a subtitle type shit. And then I would do this, and then I would do this. Then I would make it a tiny bit smaller just there. And then maybe a bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Yeah, something like that. And then what I, oh cool, never mind, like this, and then this needs to be bigger. Yep, perfect. Then what we're going to do, we're going to come over here, and we're going to do, make these fully like green, make it a bit darker green. I don't like this color. You guys are seeing basically how I would make an ad type shit. And then I would put it here, make it smaller, let me check. And then I would put another one here, and I would put another one here. And then what I would do is copy paste, and then I would basically remove the first part so I can take the second part, which is the main text that I want to use, or the main thing that I want to use. Then we're gonna go basically to our pain points. And here's the thing, we do not want to be nerds. I hope you don't want to be a nerd. I don't want to be a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I hope you're not a nerd, because if you're a nerd, you're gonna say, oh, it lasts it has lots of battery. Oh, you have 10 colors to choose from. Oh, gay and nerd. Don't do that. What we're going to do, we're going to do emotional benefits, right? So we're going to look, this is the reason why we do the research. Once again, research number one. I don't know how many times I need to say this. I don't get to 5K, 6K, 7K, 9K, 10K, 20, 30K days, 40K days without doing research. Doesn't happen. So when we're talking about this, what we want to do with the research is figure out their emotional pain points, right? So we figure out, for example, or benefits or like desires, calms you down immediately. That would be something you would throw on there. So you would fucking type it in. Let me just write, calms you down immediately, right? Or calms your anxiety down immediately, something along those lines. And then what I'm gonna do is check. I could have just fucking taken this. Anyways, should I? It looks a little bit ugly, I'll be honest. So what I'll do is this, and then I'm gonna just delete the background. My Canva is in Dutch, however, so hope you guys don't mind that. Anyways, who gives a shit if you mind that? If you mind that, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. This looks a little bit too professional to me, the check marks. It looks like these presidential things when you like vote and shit. Personally, I would make them white, however, if you can. I don't think I can though. I might be able to actually. No, I cannot. Okay, so maybe get another one on another day. If I were doing it myself, I would have gotten another one and I would have made them white. So let me just take this one actually. Let me see if I can make it white. Okay, let me actually see how this looks. Bow. Which one do you think looks better? I think the white will give like a nice contrast over it. I don't know. Okay, I'm over, bro. As if I'm gonna fucking use this shit. Anyways, let me just make this smaller. Let me just remove this. Let me just add this over here. Okay. Well, you guys see how much I'm doing for you, motherfuckers, right? So this I would do like this, calms you down immediately. And then what we're going to do, you put another one down here. Then what we're going to go over here is you get a pain point before, or use it before or during an anxiety attack, or no more tossing and turning at night, for example, is another good one, right? And then at night, and I would remove the thing there, and I would make it actually a slight bit, I wouldn't make it smaller, I would make this a little bit like this. Does that fit? It's 13.4, 30, I would make it a tiny bit smaller. I would make this one smaller as well. And no, never mind, I wouldn't make that one smaller. Wait, 12.4, 12.3, same shit. All right, then I would just copy paste this again here. And then what you can do is also, for example, tossing and turning calms you down immediately, or calms you down. I wouldn't really do that personally, but if you want to, right? Then what we're gonna do, last one, slows your heart rate down, fall asleep faster, or helps you fall asleep, helps fall asleep quicker at night, something like that, because that's our main target, or that's our main issue, or whatever we're targeting, right? So we just make it like this, and then what we would do, I would literally do that, and then what we would do, I would just take these, and then I would just come over here, copy image, and then I would go back to this, just yank it in here, and then delete the background, make it already smaller, yank it a little bit lower. No, not like that. I would make it, no, I would make it smaller. I would remove that, or yeah, I would do something like that. Nah, I would do it like this. I would remove this part. I don't know, I just don't like that text over there. And then this, what you can do besides that, if you don't want to have the Trustpilot buy one get one free, add your offer in there. Bam. Don't add it like that, but if you want to add an offer, add your offer in here. I'm just gonna do Trustpilot. Now here it doesn't look good, so that's why I'm doing it here. You can also make the colors a bit different, like you can make it the other color I had before. Oh, that's ugly as fuck. Like this color, maybe like a little bit lighter, like this. You see, looks a bit better. But I'll just stick to the pink because this is how we started, because of the picture. So that is literally it. That is basically how you can make shitloads of money, just like me and just like others. So if you're interested in getting coached by the best and getting coached by me, and also be able to run 2K days here, 4K days here, 5K day almost, 10K in a week, 35K in a week, 100K last month, 67,000 pounds last month, which is like 90K USD, 22K in 2 weeks of starting. I showed this before too. Look at how beautiful that graph is. First day, couple hundred. Second day to 1.5K already. Then again, he's running up. Right, you guys see it in a year, 1K in a couple of days, 2.5K. We're running it up. And if you guys are interested in joining this, if you guys are interested in being a part of this, I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys where you can apply to it. And if you are a good fit, I will take you on. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. So apply there down below if you're ready to get coached by me and ready to cross 100K in the upcoming 4 months. Q4 is here. You motherfuckers know how important Q4 is. So if you guys are interested, I'll see you guys inside. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a nice one. Ciao.